So today, I have a tow. So recently, I made a tow truck where you can tow like anything like blocky cars, and right here, this is the tow truck that I'm talking about. Now this tow truck right here, it works for some vehicles, not all vehicles, but some vehicles, and I'm gonna test it out a little bit. So right here, So right here, I have this tow truck, and right here, this is the tow hook, and you might be wondering, well, how you gonna put the car on the tow truck? I'm about to show you in a sec. And what I'm thinking about doing is that make the tow truck function. So like put this thing down, back up to the car that you wanted to get towed, and then add the attachments, and then just bring it back up to this position, this type of angle here, and then you just can enjoy your ride. So now what I'm gonna do is look for blocky car here. I'm gonna get this car, and make sure to look for a blocky car that has like no scripts. Well, this one has scripts, but I mean, like, make sure it doesn't like move by itself, or you can remove it if you choose that. All right, so I'm gonna do is rotate this car. All right, and then I'm gonna move it. Then I'm gonna rotate it upwards to the tow hook. All right, and and right here, this is what it looks like when it's getting towed. Looks like a regular tow truck, but I'm just gonna do a little adjustments here. So right here, I'm gonna move it something like this. And then I want it to be in like the middle. There we go. And now please note that this won't work for all cars. This will work for some cars. So now I'm going to add the attachments. And the attachments are like when you go to model and go to create here, the main two attachments are the spring and the rope. Sorry for stuttering a lot. All right, so I'm gonna put the rope here, add it to the hook, and then I'm gonna grab the spring coil, connect it to here. All right, so right here I added some springs, some spring coils, and I'm gonna add a rope here. All right. I don't know why it's acting slow like this. All right. And this is a 2017 Hyundai Avante AD. So now I'm gonna play. All right, so right here, these are my attachments, and then I'm gonna enter my truck. And as you can see here, works. But here's something that you must keep in mind. So sometimes when you turn, sometimes if you go like really fast, something like this. See, sometimes the car could like flip off your tow truck, and that's why I would recommend to turn very slow with this one. Alright. And then I have another one. I have another one of this, but I'm just gonna use the semi tow truck that I have right now. Alright, so now alright, so blocky car. So right here, I'm going to use this van right here. Well, it's a selection of vans. I'm gonna use this red van here, which is a Chinese van, I can tell, or Japanese. Alright, so I'm just gonna like rotate it. And also, if you want this type of tow truck, the link to the model will be in the description down below of this video. Alright, so I always like do this. Alright, and I always make sure I want it to be in an angle. So right here, this is what it's looking like. It doesn't really look how it's supposed to be, like it's all down like that. Well, the wheels will like roll, but it's like all the way down, but it's still fine though. Alright, so now I always have my attachments, which is always the ropes. I always attach it to the wheels. Attach it to the wheels. Add it to the hook. Alright, so add the spring. I just added to like random stuff. And I just randomly put it on the license plate, but I'm gonna grab the other spring coil, grab this thing here, attach it, grab this thing, attach and all that, you know. Alright, and now that I have all my attachments hooked up on this, I'm gonna drive on it. So I did put all the attachments on. And it's a pretty small van. It's not that complicated. Alright. So right here, like I said, this is a pretty small van, and the wheels will still roll though. Alright, so that, and like mentioned before, always make a slow turn. Don't go too fast or else your car will flip. And never go something like this. Oh wait. Did it? Yeah. It flipped. For some reason I thought it was gonna work for a little bit, but now it's just like flip, and that's why when I tried it for the first car, always make a very slow turn. Alright. So now I'm going to grab another tow truck. Alright. So now I'm gonna look through these blocky cars. And then you might be wondering, what happens if you use like a truck? So for a cement truck right here, it sure is pretty big though. Alright, so I'm just gonna put it up. I'm just gonna raise it up. So right here, it does work, but sometimes the truck can lean over a little bit. And when you don't have the attachments and all that, so sometimes it can lean over, so I'm not gonna use that one. And I'm gonna use this. These are selections of vans, but I'm gonna rear tow them though. Not all of them, but just only one van though. That's all I need. Alright. And then next I'm gonna make a flatbed next. Flatbed truck next to a flatbed tow truck. Alright. So I'm gonna raise this up. Alright. I'm gonna hook it up. So right here, so as you can see here, I'm rear towing it right here, which is actually a pretty good spot actually, not gonna lie. And now what I'm gonna do is add the coils and all the necessary attachments. Alright. Add the rope. And I'm only gonna attach it to here. Alright, so I'm gonna, I'm always gonna add the springs here. Alright. Alright. Now I'm gonna get in the truck. And it feels like I've been rear towing everything, honestly, because I rear towed that, including that. But yeah, it feels like I've been rear towing everything, actually. I'm gonna make a very slow turn. Alright, make a very slow turn. Alright, so right here I have all my attachments and all that. And I can barely even drive this here. And I can barely get out, like I'm stuck. And sometimes I don't think it's best to like get in the vehicle, because sometimes when you jump, sometimes the vehicle can also jump and also can flip over as well. So it's really just a physics. It's really just physics and all that. And then I think, but yeah, never turn too wide though. Well, even though it's like a truck, but never turn too wide. All right, and that's the end of the video. So here's some things that I really want to add to the tow truck. So what I really want to add to it is that I want to make this thing like go up and down, like I I'm gonna make something like this hook right here. I'm gonna make this go down, except this box part right here. I'm gonna make this thing go down, and then once it goes down, you back up to the vehicle that you want it to be towed at. Then after that, you add the attachments, and then after that, you bring it up, and this is the limit to bring it up, and then after that, you just drive off. But yeah, I may be working on that today, but I just wanted to like test out my new tow truck here. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next video.